Good morning, everybody. My name is BJ Baule. I'm a PhD candidate here in the Department of Geography, Environment, and Spatial Sciences in East Lansing, Michigan. My research is looking at historical climate variability and projected futures and impacts on nitrogen leaching. So I thought the previous talk there on irrigation scheduling and chemigation and fertigation was really interesting. So obviously, I'm not Jeff Andreessen, who normally gives these weather updates, but I work with him here, and he asked me to step in and give a talk this morning. So just to get started, if we look at what happened over the last 7 days across the state, we had some very heavy rains earlier in the week in the southwest, with some areas there getting locally 3 or 4 inches, but most of the rest of the state had less rain than we've had in previous weeks, and most of this fell earlier during the 7-day period. As we moved through the week, precip totals did continue to be above normal there in the southwest part of the state and in the central lower peninsula, but if you headed over to the northwest part of the state or the east part of the state, they've actually dropped to below normal levels for the daily periods in the last 7 days. With all this water and rainfall that we've had the last couple months and through the whole season, it's been incredibly wet. We're still seeing below normal temperatures across the state, ranging anywhere from 2 to 4 degrees below normal there. The coolest temps were in the eastern part of the thumb and the northeastern lower, and then up into the UP. But things are looking to change as we move forward into the next few weeks. Just taking a look at what's out there this morning, if you're in the southeast part of the state, you're probably getting a little bit of rain right now. I just took a look at the radar before we got on here with that frontal boundary there that you see on the map. Most of these are chances of thunderstorms with a chance of rain, so they'll be scattered. But what this really is indicative of is a pattern change that we've seen from what we've been experiencing the last several months, where we're actually getting put under a ridge and we're starting to get warming temperatures. Some of the weather forecast discussions call it a ring of fire, since we're actually back up to getting to normal or above normal temperatures, and that ridge allows those warm temperatures to build in. With those warm temperatures and the abundant moisture supply, though, we can get periodic scattered thunderstorms, and some of those might be heavy, and you can maybe see those on a daily basis, and that's really where this chance of precipitation over the next couple of days, as you see, looking at the forecast for tomorrow, that low pressure system pushes more into the region, but still a good chance of scattered thunderstorms, mostly in the afternoon through the overnight hours. Probably tonight and into tomorrow is our greatest chance for thunderstorms across the region, but those evening thunderstorms are going to be because they're mostly going to be due to convection rather than large scale systems like we've been seeing. There is a chance for isolated severe weather with these systems, so that's something to keep an eye on, but it'll be quite scattered if it does occur. So really might see some heavy rain in spots, but it'll really be more the exception than the rule. And moving into Saturday, more of the same. That low pressure system kind of stalls out, but again, really just a chance of scattered thunderstorms and rain showers in different parts of the state. That's what that red hatching there over the rainfall means, is a chance of thunderstorms. But with these warmer temperatures, we will see higher PET rates, so things might start to dry out in areas that don't get some rain or really start to. So it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. And if we look at the forecast 7-day precipitation totals, we're looking at much more normal levels of rainfall. So really this period of weather would be normally unremarkable for this time of year, but considering the weather we've had, it's a change of pace, and it's good to get back to normal. But for the next 7 days, so this is going through Thursday, July 4th, this is showing the 7-day forecast precipitation totals. And what we're seeing is across the lower, southern lower, most of this is projected to get probably about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of total rainfall over the next 7 days. Those totals gradually increase as you move north, heading up towards 1 inch of forecast rainfall. But again, a lot of this will be scattered. It may not be as widespread as what we've previously seen. Um, Moving forward, in the 6 to 10 day outlook, so this would be July 2nd through 6th. If you see that plot there on the left, what that's showing is the upper air pattern, so 500 millibars, and it's showing that there's a ridge building in across the Midwest, and it looks like it's going to persist, but it's weakening with time. So if you saw Jeff's talk last week, the longer range outlook had a bigger, more strong, pronounced arc in those lines, which means a stronger ridge. That ridge that we're currently under is going to weaken with time and slide westward. It will leave Michigan warmer than normal, which you can see in that upper right map. That's the projected probability for temperature for the next 6 to 10 days, with most of Michigan in the 50 to 70% range for chance of above normal temperatures. But with that ridge sliding back to the west and weakening, we do have more of a chance for more convective rainfall, which that map on the lower right there, showing anywhere between a 33 to 50% chance for above normal precipitation for that time period. So it's not going to stay warm and dry forever, but it is going to be warmer at least, and the rainfall there won't be as widespread as what we've previously experienced. So hopefully we'll see some improvement there in field conditions as we move forward. Going a little bit longer out into July, and then also for the late summer, July, August, September. That map there on the top is the 1 month outlook for temperature and precipitation on the left. You'll notice there's a big blue blob there in the middle, and what that's showing is chance of below normal temperatures is elevated. So there's a better than equal chance that temperatures will be below normal through the month of July for much of the lower. And really what that is persistence of weak El Nino conditions in the equatorial Pacific. That does lead to somewhat cooler temperatures in the summer, but really a lot of it is also dynamical feedback from the models with the warm or the high soil moisture values across the Midwest. And you'll see that also in the above normal precipitation probabilities there on the right. So through July, we're looking at possible return of persistent upper air patterns that could lead to cooler and wetter weather. And then as we look forward to the summer, July through September, so later half of the growing season, heading towards fall, a lot of it stays the same as what they're showing through July. The long leads backed off a bit, so it's more equal chances for above or below normal temperatures. The models don't really have a good agreement on which way that's going for the lower peninsula, but we're just on the edge of that area where below normal temperatures are expected, and also equal chances for above or below normal precipitation. So it'll be interesting to see where things move through the summer. So just to conclude, a couple of quick summary points. Right now, we're under a relatively stable upper air pattern. It does look like it'll weaken a little bit over the next 6 to 10 days, but in the meantime, very summer-like weather is likely to occur during the upcoming week, with highs in the mid to upper 80s across most of the lower peninsula. In the short term, there's good chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on an almost daily basis through the next week, but they'll likely be scattered. Your best chance for substantial rainfall is probably in the next 24 to 48 hours across the lower peninsula, particularly in the southern part of the lower. There's good chance some isolated severe thunderstorms and heavy rain possible, but it's really more of an exception, not expected to be widespread. Temperatures through the next week, slightly above normal temperatures remain. And then as we move into July, we're expecting warmer than normal temperatures that are forecast to continue into the middle of the month with above normal rainfall. And the new long lead outlook suggests a return of cooler and wetter than normal weather during the second half of July with no forecast direction. That was at equal chances on temperature and rainfall during the late summer. So with that, happy to take any questions. Thanks.